Let's take a deeper look at what this person has been thinking and feeling about you lately through the lens of the tarot and the energy surrounding them. The first card coming through is the Four of Cups, which reflects emotional withdrawal and inner dissatisfaction. This suggests that your person may be trying to ignore or suppress what they feel. They could be acting uninterested or distant on the surface, but internally they're processing a lot. There's a sense of them being caught in their own thoughts, possibly overlooking what's right in front of them because they're unsure how to respond emotionally. Next is the Page of Pentacles, a card that represents curiosity, new beginnings, and a desire to learn or explore something meaningful. Despite their hesitation, there is a genuine interest in you. This person wants to understand this connection better and may even be considering taking small, careful steps forward. However, their approach is demure and cautious. They're not rushing in, but they are paying attention. The Lover's card brings in a powerful message. This isn't a light or casual connection in their eyes. It carries emotional weight and significance. The Lover speaks of deep attraction, emotional bonding, and sometimes an important choice. Your person feels a strong pull toward you, but they may also be facing an internal decision, whether to follow their heart or protect themselves from potential pain. Judgment appears as a sign of reflection and awakening. This card shows that they are thinking deeply about their past, their choices, and how those experiences have shaped them. They may be reevaluating what love means to them and whether they are ready to open up again. It can also indicate that they feel this connection is meaningful or even transformative, but they are still in a phase of self-assessment. Then we have the Five of Swords, which points to inner conflict, tension, and a fear of losing or being hurt. This suggests that your person may be struggling with negative thoughts or defensive behavior. They might be trying to protect themselves by keeping emotional distance, even if it creates confusion or imbalance in the connection. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, a strong indicator of anxiety, overthinking, and sleepless nights. This card reveals the intensity of what's going on in their mind. They're likely worrying a lot, overanalyzing the connection, fearing outcomes, and feeling mentally overwhelmed. You are on their mind more than you might realize, and it's not bringing them peace. It's bringing them restlessness. There's a quiet intensity around this connection that's hard to ignore. For some of you, certain colors like green, yellow, blue, or even red may feel more noticeable lately. It's a small detail, but it reflects how present this energy is in your space. At the core, this person feels a deep pull towards you. With the Lover's energy, this isn't just casual interest. It's something meaningful and emotionally charged. You stay on their mind in a way they can't easily explain, and that alone makes them pause and question what this connection really is. At the same time, the Page of Pentacles shows their approach. They're careful, observant, and not quick to act. Instead of rushing in, they're trying to understand what they feel before doing anything about it. This creates a kind of push and pull. One moment they feel drawn in, the next they hold back. They're currently trying to make sense of it all. You may not see it, but they notice patterns and small signs, things like repeating numbers or meaningful timing. It's making them more aware of this connection, even if they don't fully understand it yet. When you talk to them, they pay more attention than they show. Your words stay with them, and they often think about what you really meant. In a way, they look to you for clarity because they feel something strong but can't fully define it on their own. With judgment, it's clear they're going through an internal shift. They're reflecting on their past, their choices, and what love means to them now. This connection is pushing them to grow, even if that process feels uncomfortable. There's also a sense that this bond feels deeper than usual, something they can't easily explain. But moving forward would require them to let go of control and trust their feelings, which doesn't come naturally to them. Still, beneath all the hesitation, they do want your presence. They may not say it directly, but they value your patience and understanding while they figure themselves out. This is someone who thinks a lot and feels deeply, but struggles to balance the two. And right now, they're slowly beginning to realize that what they feel for you is real, even if they're not fully ready to act on it yet. The energy here feels calm on the surface, but intensely active underneath, like something quietly unfolding that neither of you can fully ignore. The Star card brings in a soft, healing influence. This person feels a sense of emotional relief around you, even if they don't express it. Your presence has a stabilizing effect on them. It lowers their inner noise and gives them a feeling of hope they've been missing for a while. Because of this, their mindset is slowly shifting. The Star also shows renewed belief. They're starting to feel that this connection isn't random or ordinary. Little signs, coincidences, and repeated patterns begin to stand out to them more than before, making them question whether something deeper is guiding this bond. At the same time, the Four of Swords shows they are still in a withdrawn state. They are not fully open or expressive right now. Instead, they are processing everything internally, especially their emotions toward you. Even in silence, though, their mind keeps returning to you in subtle ways. Then the energy deepens with the Devil card, and the tone changes completely. This is where attraction becomes magnetic. What they feel is not soft or casual. It is intense, physical, and mentally consuming. You stay in their thoughts even when they try to distract themselves, creating a strong internal pull they struggle to control. When the Devil merges with the Lovers, it creates a powerful dual force, emotional connection, mixed with desire and attachment. This is why their feelings feel so strong, yet so complicated. They don't just think about you. They feel drawn back to you repeatedly, almost instinctively, even without communication. Because of this intensity, the Page of Pentacles shows a very cautious approach from their side. If they reach out, it won't be impulsive. They will carefully plan what to say, trying to appear stable, composed, and emotionally in control. They want to protect their image and avoid exposing vulnerability too quickly. But behind that controlled behavior, their inner world tells a different story. You remain present in their thoughts in quiet, private moments. They replay interactions, think about your words, and sometimes even hold on to small reminders connected to you without openly acknowledging it. The Emperor energy explains their outer mask, disciplined, reserved, and highly controlled. They prefer emotional structure over emotional risk, which makes them hold back even when they feel strongly. Still, something is shifting beneath that control. Slowly, they are beginning to realize that what they feel for you is not temporary or easy to dismiss. It's becoming too consistent, too strong, and too deeply rooted to stay suppressed for long. The Emperor energy reveals someone who appears extremely composed on the surface, controlled, grounded, and emotionally unreadable. This is the type of person who rarely lets their feelings slip through, no matter how strong they are inside. They believe in control, structure, and emotional discipline, so even when something affects them deeply, they hold it in rather than express it. But this connection is quietly disrupting that structure. No matter how much they try to stay detached, they can't fully dismiss what they feel. There's a resistance in them, not because the connection lacks meaning, but because it challenges their need for control. They are stubborn when it comes to emotional change, and once their mind locks onto a certain way of being, it takes time for them to shift out of it. This carries strong Aries-like energy, bold, self-directed, but emotionally guarded when it comes to vulnerability. There's also a strong symbolic undercurrent here, especially with red and black energy. These colors reflect intensity, desire, and emotional pressure building beneath a calm exterior. It's the kind of energy that isn't spoken, but definitely felt. The Three of Pentacles adds another layer. They are not keeping this connection entirely private in their mind. They are actually talking about you with others, friends, colleagues, or people in their close environment. At least a few individuals are aware of this situation. However, not all outside input is positive. Some opinions may create doubt or confusion, making them overthink even more. Still, despite all of that, you remain a constant topic in their daily thoughts, even within work or routine conversations. Work itself plays a stabilizing role for them. They are practical, focused, and often use productivity as a way to stay emotionally balanced. But even in those structured moments, your presence interrupts their focus in subtle but persistent ways. Then the energy shifts with the Sun card, and everything softens. Beneath all the control and confusion, there is genuine warmth. Thinking about you makes them feel lighter, happier, and emotionally uplifted. You bring a sense of emotional brightness into their world that they don't easily find elsewhere. It's not just attraction, it's a genuine emotional lift. But this contrast is exactly what creates internal tension. Their logical mind tries to analyze what their heart already feels. They are not used to emotional experiences that feel both comforting and overwhelming at the same time, so they end up caught between openness and control. At the root of the reading, the Ace of Pentacles signals something real beginning to form. This is not just internal emotion, it points toward a tangible step forward. A message, a conversation, or a real-world gesture is slowly building beneath the surface. Something concrete is trying to emerge from all this inner conflict. The added orange energy reflects emotional movement and release. It suggests they are slowly loosening emotional resistance and beginning to process their feelings more honestly. The oracle message releasing shows that they are letting go of inner blocks, old fears, overthinking patterns, and emotional hesitation that have kept them stuck. Cut your losses reflects their internal struggle. They are mentally weighing whether to continue resisting this connection or finally acknowledge what they feel. It's a silent battle between fear of vulnerability and emotional truth. Finally, abundance, combined with the Ace of Pentacles, confirms something important. This connection is not fading or imagined. It carries real potential for stability, growth, and something meaningful in the physical world. Slowly, they are reaching a point where they can no longer deny the reality of what they feel, and that realization is what naturally moves them toward action. Overall, this is someone who looks controlled and emotionally distant on the outside, but internally, they are being steadily transformed by a connection they can no longer logically contain.